Hello and welcome back. We're still talking about mutual funds. In the previous video, I introduced the concept of what a mutual fund is and the various components of a mutual fund, which are your stocks, your bonds, your money market instruments, and all that stuff. So today we're going to talk more about how does a mutual fund work? What are the components that you can find in a well-structured mutual fund? Now, my name is Daisy, and this is Growing Wealthy with Daisy, where I share my investment journey so that you, the novice investor, will not make the mistakes that I have made. And believe me, I have made a plethora of mistakes in my 9 months investing in the NGX. So I'm just sharing you know, the things I've been through and what I've learned. This is not financial advice. This is not what they call it, investing advice. I would advise you to do your own due diligence. I am just talking about what the average novice who is just about to enter into the whole investment field should know about. Okay, so what are the four components that make up a good mutual fund? Well, of course, the very first component is the investor, you, because it is your money that makes up the units in the fund. Okay, so we have the investor. The second component of a good mutual fund is the fund manager. Now, the fund managers are the ones you actually see, the companies. I'm not mentioning any name in this particular video, but they are the ones that decide what to invest in. They manage the risks and they aim to generate results. Now, they're in it for the money. They are not, hey, stopping me. They're in it for the money. They are not here to dash you money. They are here to make profit. So everything that they do is geared towards them making profit. And of course, because they're using your money to trade, you would also have profits. Okay. So we've talked about the investor, we've talked about the fund manager. Who else is involved in a mutual fund? We have the fund portfolio itself. This is what you invest your money in. And remember, these portfolios are a collection of maybe stocks, bonds, a collection of money market instruments that your money is actually invested in to bring the results that you want. And finally, we have the custodian. The custodian is like an independent institution that holds the assets to prevent misuse. You know how all these companies that I don't want to mention anybody's name, but they'll tell you, come and invest with us and we'll give you 20% every month, we'll give you 15% every month. And after a while, they close shop and they run away. This is the difference between a well-structured mutual fund and all those weird ass investments. When you deposit your money in your mutual fund wallet, when you buy a fund, the money is not held by the fund managers. The money is actually held by the custodian. Now, the custodians do not manage the money. They just hold on to the money and monitor it. The custodian is so important. It is the most important risk control mechanism. So the stocks, the bonds, the cash, they're not held by the fund manager. They're actually held by the custodian. So when the fund manager buys or sells, it is the custodian that ensures that the transaction is properly executed. So who are these custodians? They are mostly large regulated banks. Banks like First Bank, UBA, Stanbic IBTC, Access Bank. You know the banks. These big names. They are the custodians in Nigeria, and these custodians they help to safekeep your assets. They help to settle transactions. They enforce oversight and compliance, and they help to keep accurate records. And this is why a properly registered investment house that offers mutual funds to the public will not just close down and run away with your money because they are licensed with SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, and they have to keep the funds with custodians. They don't keep the funds by themselves, they only trade with it. So when you are choosing an investment vehicle, an investment firm, and you're ready to buy mutual funds, you've got to look to make sure that they are registered with SEC, that they're actually registered, they are operating in Nigeria. I would not advise a novice to go in with a new investment house. Far from it. As a novice, you should go for an investment house that's existed for a long time, that has a good track record. And you have them. There are several of them. Like in my other videos, I talk about the ones that I use. And they've been in Nigeria for like 25 years, 30 years. So they have a track record. And if they get missing, we know their offices, right? Like the one I use, I know their office in GRA is not hard. We will track them down. So what am I saying? Before you invest in any mutual fund, you should do your due diligence. You should ensure that the fund managers are companies of repute. They are registered with SEC. And you should ensure that you should know their custodian, which is very, very, very important. So that in case anything happens, you will know where to cry to. So if you enjoy content like this, why don't you subscribe, click the like button, share, just help us to build our community so that more novices can come into this whole game of investing and not be afraid of throwing away their money. Because all those investment things that have really burnt Nigerians, that's made us wary of creating wealth, and I don't think it's a good thing. So videos like this, I'm doing this just to share the information that I have gotten during my own research on investment so that we can all grow together. So please subscribe, like, and share. And in the very next video, I'm going to talk about the different types of mutual funds and what they represent to your own portfolio. So I'll see you in the next one.